Hello everybody, welcome on into today. My Sweet Home Living is live for you over in the Craft on the Clock group for the next 45 minutes. My name is Tracy Campbell. Welcome. I'm going to be your hostess for the next 45 minutes, and I have some fun vintage themed DIY Americana decor that I think you are going to love. You all know that I love all things vintage and thrifted, and I love taking vintage finds or thrifted finds and flipping them and giving them a whole new life for your home decor. So if you love those things, I invite you to come in here and hop on in here today and join me for the next 45 minutes. I'm so excited to show you what I have today. So come on in here and right down there. That's how you let me know that you are here. You all know what to do, right? Love seeing you down there. Hey, Miss Cena and Glenda and Carol. Thank you all for hopping on in here and being so early on the jump there. Early bird gets the worm, right? I have kind of like 2 fun projects today. Maybe 3. So y'all want to stick around for the whole 45 minutes today. Got some fun, more vintage spindles. You all know I've been like loving vintage spindles lately. Project today that we're going to turn into patriotic decor, which you could probably use all year round. We are going to do that first with a little bit of Barnwood, of course. Barnwood and Spindles have been my thing lately with a little bit of Americana. And if you stick around long enough, you'll be able to see me redo my table centerpiece for the patriotic summer decor. I still have spring Easterish type decor in my centerpiece. So you guys are going to help me flip that around. And if we have a little bit of time, we might do a dough bowl too. Jam-packed episode today. So come on in here and let me know you're here. Hey, Miss Jackie. Hey, Miss Sue, Robin, and Lori. Thank you all for hopping on in here so quickly. I love it. Hey, Miss Jane. Hey, Jeannie. Look, this is what we're going with. You all love this Americana. I love Americana. Now, when I think Americana, I love more of the rustic colors of red, white, and blue. And I use it all summer long, all the way up until like Labor Day in September. So what I'm putting out now is going to stick around my home for all summer long, through Memorial Day, through 4th of July, up until probably Labor Day, and then I'll probably switch over to fall. So hop on in here. Hey, Carol. Hey, Miss Deborah from Splash of Paint. She's one of our Craft on the Clock creators as well. Listen, you may be catching me on my page, My Sweet Home Living, or you may be catching me over in the Craft on the Clock group. We're streaming in multiple places, which is so exciting because it helps me reach more of you. And but I will be seeing your comments if you're commenting here on my page, My Sweet Home Living today. So hop on in here and let me know down there. Hey, Lisa from North Carolina. You are crafting Americana now too. I think that's all what we're doing right now. We're going to pull in a little power drill today. Little power drill action. And a little Barnwood action. I had a Hobby Lobby bag that I pulled out of my cart earlier, but I don't even know if we're going to need that. That's chock full of some fabric. I am going to need, hey Gracie, I'm going to need you to bring me some wet wipes, please. I forgot my wet wipes. I think I got everything else. My table is loaded full today, you guys. So let me show you what we're starting with today. I'm going to put these flags over here on the side. Thank you. We're going to need to kind of do a little bit of cleaning. Usually I like to leave all the grunge and the junk on my pieces that I use. Hey, Miss Terry. Hey, Miss Sophia from North Carolina. We have lots of North Carolina friends in the house today. Welcome on in here. I'm going to go ahead and pull out some of these wet wipes because let me show you what we're using. I'm so excited about this. This, of course, is a spindle. I believe it was like this. Actually, it was like this. This was actually an old bedpost. See that? I've kind of cut it in 2 here. So this was an old bedpost. I picked this up on one of our Vintage Soul Sisters road trips last fall in Western Kentucky at Anything Goes. But you can find old spindles like this anywhere. So if you see them, grab them up. I love using them for things like this. We are going to kind of clean these up. This was a whole bed post, okay? Of course, the bed part is missing, right? Because I just grabbed it just like this. And you guys saw me a couple of weeks ago. We used a spindle and some Barnwood, and we created a beautiful bunting display piece. It was massive, but it was beautiful. Using spindle and Barnwood, we're going to kind of continue that theme today with this spindle. I just took a saw about 20 minutes ago and cut this bottom in half, okay? Now, the bottom piece of this had like a really worn out piece. It wasn't going to be workable. So I just kind of trimmed the bottom off of it, cut it in half right here. And now I have 2 pieces that I'm going to use for some fun decor. But I do kind of need to give these a wipe down. If you guys have been to Anything Goes, it's in Bose, Kentucky. It's a wonderful place to go to. You all have heard me talk about it lots of times. But a lot of their vintage and thrifted junk finds are all sitting outside. And so I've had this for months thinking, what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this? I just grab things that catch my eye, and I love the structure. I love anything architectural. So I'm always a sucker for architectural salvage pieces, and this kind of fits in that whole theme of things. So, but they leave all of their big pieces like this sitting outside year round, you know, all year long. Okay. So it's a little grimy and dusty, and I do plan on using this inside. Now I'm not going to get this totally clean. I want to leave some of the grunge on here, but I do need to wipe it down though. It is really grungy, so I'm just going to go around and give it a quick wipe down with a like a baby wipe. Okay, and it's already wet, but I am going to leave a lot of that grunge in the crevices and creases. And yeah, this is worn out up here at the top, but it's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. Hey, Miss Cindy, how are you? She is from Funky Country. She's a Crafted on the Clock creator as well. She was on this morning. Isn't that right? My days are running together. I think we were on this. It was either this morning or yesterday morning. Hi. Do I sell? Kathy, I do not. But if there is enough interest, I could make it happen. I've had so many questions about our vintage Soul Sisters shirts, and I know you guys love vintage, you know, themed shirts like I do. I love these, and this is so soft. But I could make it happen if I have enough interest. If you're interested, you just send me a message, and I'll kind of keep tally of how much interest I get by looking at the messages that roll in. And if we have enough, I'll put together an order. But you all have to keep track of when I post the link because a lot of times when I do shirt sales, it's like it's a pre-order, but it's for a very limited time. It only you can only place your order for like a week or 10 days or something like that. It's not something that stays open continuously. But if you're interested, I can sure make it happen. We make things happen around here. If you ever want anything, you let us know, and we'll do our best. We'll do our best around here. I'm not Miss Tony, but I did tag San Antonio, Texas in my video today, because here's why. I have the #1 state of followers that I have for my page and Craft on the Clock are all from San Antonio, Texas. So I'm giving a big shout out to San Antonio, Texas today by tagging them in my video description. So if you're hopping on here wondering where is she? I know she's not usually in Texas. That's why I'm tagging Texas in my description today. So if you are from Texas and you're in the house, I want you to let me know down there. Let me know, okay? I know Miss Cindy is from Texas, and but I always love kind of giving shout outs to some of our followers in different states. So I thought that would be something fun, but I'm glad you brought that up because I always forget to bring it up. And I know I have tons of Texas followers in the house. Hi, there's Shelly. She's from Texas. Oh my goodness, you guys, we're planning in the pre-planning phases right now of our Texas meetup that we're going to be having next spring in April 2023. We are heading to Texas. It's going to be a combination of Craft on the Clockers and Vintage Soul Sisters. So it's going to be an amazing meetup road trip / retreat. It's going to be an amazing adventure. So you all stay tuned. There'll be more details coming out so soon about that. I know you guys do not want to miss out on that. Okay, so I've just given those a quick wipe down, and I need a drill bit. Whoop, wrong way. I need a drill bit on my drill here because we need to do a little bit of pre-drilling some holes on here. Hey, Miss Inez from Tennessee. Okay, Kim, you're in Louisiana, but very close to Texas. Awesome. I know, Miss Cindy, I'm getting so excited too. Gosh, think about it. It's next spring, next April. Feels like when you say that it's going to be so long, but it'll be here before you know it. We've got lots of planning because, just like Texas, everything's bigger in Texas. Well, our Texas meetup is going to be, it's going to be one for the books. It's going to be an amazing time. And so we want to make sure that we have plenty of time to make the plans that we need to. And in the past, we have always done like weekend trips or like 3-day weekend trips. This is going to be a full week trip, so we've got to have lots of time to plan everything. Howdy from Minnesota, Robin. Hello. Carol is in Texas. I know, Tony. It's going to be fun. Kim is in Texas. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Terry. I appreciate you. Fort Worth, Texas, Miss Jessica from Jessica's Party Decor and More. She was just on it a little bit ago in Craft Around the Clock. I'm thinking here, you guys. I had to stop my talking and think for just a second so I don't mess this up. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. You can probably already see a little bit. North Carolina, lots of relatives in Texas. Hey, Miss Teresa from Jeremiah Dreams. Thank you for hopping on, sweet friend. So what I'm going to do is I have a piece of Barnwood, scrap Barnwood. I just cut the side off of it. Cut it about 20 minutes ago, same time I cut the spindles. But I'm hoping to do something like so. I'm going to take this spindle. Now, which way do I want this? This way or this way? I like it better this way. I think I like it better this way. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to attach them to this piece of Barnwood. And, hey, Miss Terry. Y'all are talking in the comments. That's awesome. I'm going to attach them to my little piece of Barnwood, and this is going to kind of act like as my little base, okay? Then we're going to pre-drill some holes in the top. Now this one, since it's a bedpost, it already kind of has a little hole up there in the top, so I think we'll be able to kind of use what we have there. But I want to attach these to this Barnwood piece. Hey, Miss Pat from Unique. How are you guys? Y'all are so awesome hopping in here. So what I need to do, I have some little wood screws right here. And they are flat on the bottom. Very important for this little project because this is going to go up on the underside. And I need to make sure it's flat because this is going to set, on your table or on your surface, wherever you choose to set it, right? So we want the screw heads to be flat head screws. So I just need to do a little pre-drilling to get a hole started in this Barnwood and in these spindles. I'm not measuring anything today because everything is very rustic on this project. Very vintage feel. All right, make sure I have that on. I think I have that crooked, you guys. Hold on. I thought it felt kind of strange. There we go. There we go. That's better. Hey, Miss Cindy from Making It with Mimi. She was just on a little bit ago in Craft Around the Clock. All right, so I do kind of need to eyeball a little bit to kind of get a feel for where I do want these. Actually, I can probably, let's do this. I've got it set. I do want this kind of ugly back piece on the back side. So I kind of have to think about how I want it positioned. And I kind of think I want it on an angle like this. So let's do this. Let's kind of mark, just eyeballing it, you guys. Nothing is precise around here. I'm just eyeballing a center point. Gonna do a little hole right there. I'm gonna pick this up so it doesn't go through to my table. This Barnwood is very dry and brittle. It could potentially crack on us today while we're doing this, but hopefully not. Hopefully we'll be able to salvage it and make some use out of it. But this is a super dry piece of Barnwood, which is kind of why it's one of the last pieces I've chosen to use here. Let me set that down because I'm afraid I'm going to knock it over. So now I'm going to go on the bottom side of this, and that same little hole I'm going to pre-drill, and I want it to go all the way through up into my spindle this time. Okay. Okay. Hopefully we got it. All right. So now what I'm going to do is take this little screw. I need 2 screwdrivers, you guys. Let me see if that won't stay there. All right, we gotta back this out. I just switch them back and forth. No biggie, but it would be nice to have 2 so I could keep each drill bit handy and ready to use. Whoop, wrong way. Tighten it up. Miss Teresa, your granddaughters are so cute. Their little picture that you posted on your page was just so sweet. And I know that you are loving being close by. Why is that not working? Let's do it this way for just a second until we get it started. Okay. Now, I've started that screw in the bottom of my wood, and I can kind of see where my hole is now. Sort of. All right. Now, all we're going to do is give it a little bit of elbow grease, and I'm missing some of y'all's comments. All right. Might have to stand up for this one, you guys. Here, I got an idea. Let's do this. I need a little bit of arm power here. There we go. Ha, voila. We got it. Hey, Miss Tammy. I'm missing some comments. I'm gonna try. I'll need a clean. Oh goodness, I'm missing some comments. Y'all are talking about something. I'm missing it. Okay, this one is, we're gonna do the same thing with this one. This does have some good chippiness, and I love that. This piece of Barnwood, you guys. Oh, yep, there it goes. I started to say, it's looking a little wonky. All right. Well, there you go. We have two split pieces there. We may change that up a little bit. We'll leave it right there for now. I knew that Barnwood piece is so brittle and dry. I was surprised it even stayed together as long as it did, but I thought we'd give it a try. But we can have two separate little stands. I'm really trying to decide. You guys tell me. This little short one. Do you guys think it looks better that way, or like this? I can't decide. I'm looking at it on camera. Hey, Miss Nancy, how are you? Hey, Celia. I don't know. I kind of like this skinnier piece up here at the top. And then let's look at it this way. Yeah, I like the skinnier piece at the top. Okay. Now let's do a little bit of pre-drilling some holes here. And this might be something that I might have to reposition later. But we'll just go with it for now and see what we get. All right, I need to pre-drill my holes. And this time, I can go straight down through this wood and right into that spindle. This just gives it a little extra base. And this is not totally necessary. If you don't have access to some old spindles, you could definitely use an old wooden candlestick pedestal. That would be perfect. That would be really cute. You can improvise. I've seen some really cute ones with some wood blocks. Really cute ones with some old wood blocks that would be really cute and easy to do as well. All right, let me get this started. Maybe. I'm gonna need to, if I stand up, I'm gonna be right in, my head's gonna be right in the camera. I don't want that. There we go. All right, we showed that who's boss, right? All right. Hard part's over. Hard part is over. Let me just wipe these little wood shavings off to the side. So I don't want those to be in our way. All right, so I love the look of that, you guys. Now let me see here. Let's use it like that. I think that's cute. Okay, now, you could glue them together, Brianna. I could, yes. A beautiful clock with the green vines behind you. Oh, well, this piece right here, that is actually an old window frame that we took the panels out of and put some cardboard pieces in there and made that as a photo display. Let me see if I can, I don't know if I'll be able to tilt my camera a little bit, but see how we did that? We used some old vintage bottles, we used some twine, turned that into like a real pretty photo holder. So up at the top, you can see it's a 3-panel window. See that? I get questions about it all the time, and I have an old doorknob right there on the side, and we have 3 little vintage knobs there at the bottom that we can use to hang things on. And I get questions about that piece all the time. Hey, Miss Chastity, how are you? You've been busy at the barn today. She has been tearing down a barn, you guys, and a massive barn at that. Okay, are y'all seeing where I'm going with this? All right, so since this little piece already had a little hole at the top, I'm just using that. I'm just kind of looking to see how deep that hole is. I might want to shorten that a little bit, that hole, or the flag stick actually. Let's see what it would look like if it was a little bit shorter. Yeah, I think I do like it a little bit shorter, and I do not. Let's see if this little stick will break. Maybe it's just a little wooden stick. Yeah, you like it, Miss. Hey, Miss Deb from Deb's New again. Hey, Miss Pat. Miss Angela's in the house. Awesome. From Pepper Rock Scissors. We got all kinds of crafting sisters on here today. That's awesome. Yes, I love that a little better. Let me hold it up there. Now, my little piece of wood, I'm going to have to resituate it because now it's no longer centered. But I love that. So you could use this as sort of like a candlestick with the flag, right? I think that's really cute. Oh no, got too hot today. Yikes. Yeah, be careful. I know it's not too humid out today. I was outside all day yesterday, which is why I've got red sun. I was out all weekend long and all day yesterday and all day Friday too. So this one, let me see here. This post right here, this part of the spindle does not have a hole in the top, so I'm going to have to make one. So what I'm going to do, I am looking for a drill bit that is slightly larger than my flagpole here. Yeah, that one just seems too big. Let's start small, and if we have to go bigger, we can. I just have a little drill bit collection right here, and so it helps me kind of pick out which sizes I think will work better. And so the diameter of my flagpole, see that right there? I'm looking for a drill bit that has a little bit similar diameter. Okay, I don't know if the lighting's not working real good from that angle. But I want those to kind of match up. So I'm going to make my own hole in the top of this, and I'm going to kind of show you how we're going to kind of mask this up at the top, because I don't want that bare wood to show up there at the top. So I'll show you what I'm going to use there. And then this will make a very cute pairing for an entryway table. Would make a beautiful island centerpiece even. Did I say entryway table? Or yeah, I think it would look pretty. Hey, Miss Dina. Hey, Miss Dina. All right, so I'm going to go right here in the center. I am going to kind of put this down here so I can kind of get a little bit of gravity's help here. And I'm just going to drill all the way down in. I do want it pretty deep. Okay, it's stopping there, so I'm not going to force it. Okay. Now, very carefully, I need to shake these little wood shavings off. There we go. So there we go. We got a little hole right there in the top. So let's see. All right, that will fit perfect, but problem is it's too tall, right? So we're going to do the same thing that we did a second ago, and we're going to shorten this stick. And because I want these to kind of be a little staggered piece, I want them to kind of be different heights. This little flag just doesn't want to, there we go, doesn't want to lay the right way. So I kind of want them staggering. I like that. So let's break this little stick the best that we can. I'm trying to get it somewhat even, but that's kind of hard to do. Let's see if this will work. Oh yeah. All right, before I put that in, I need to show you what I was going to do. So I'm loving these little pieces right here. Aren't those cute? And then my table, I'm shaking my table and making this fall over. Okay, I have just a little greenery candle ring right here. So before I put my flag in, I'm going to stick this right on top right here. And then my flag is going to go right down in the center. And so that kind of gives, I always love adding a touch of greenery. Let's see how this looks. It might be too much. And if it is, we can always take it off. I don't know. These flags kind of have a mind of their own. I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to swap these out. I'm going to swap these out and see if this is a little better. I made that one a little too short, I think, because the flag is wanting to grab on that greenery. I like that. It looks crooked on the camera. It's not in, well, this one is a tiny bit. All right, so if it is a little crooked, there we go, we fixed it. You can take a little strip of aluminum foil, roll it up, and then kind of smush it down in there, and that kind of keeps the shape of your hole so that it kind of keeps its shape. So I like that view. I like that view right there where you see where the flag is kind of laid off to the side and you still see the greenery. I like that. That's cute. Just a real simple little piece using some scrap pieces, some vintage finds. And you could totally do the same thing with this one at the top if you wanted to, but I kind of like that little roughed up look right there. So I think these would be cute sitting as a pair, or you could totally set these on their own as a little statement piece. I think either way. And we have plenty of time. So we still have 20 minutes. So let's get busy revamping our table centerpiece in a little patriotic theme too. So you guys know, a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to set those off on the side. We did our Vintage Soul Sisters trip to Cincinnati. And I showed you guys some of the finds that I grabbed while I was up there. And one of them was a set of wooden, kind of look like little log pieces. Let me show you, in case you didn't see them. There's these little birchwood log pieces, and I've been dying to use them, and I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. So these little, I bought a 3-piece set, okay? And this was from a creator called Nature's Lot. And I do believe they have a page here on Facebook, but you can find them at lots of different vintage style setups, shows across, the eastern part of the U.S. But they have a website as well. But these little things are so neat. They had some little floral inserts that you could interchange them out for the seasons. I opted to go for these little oil lantern refills. You can find these on Amazon. I know you guys were looking at these, and I thought I'm going to use these for my little centerpiece, and I wanted to show you guys when I did it. So that was the perfect opportunity. So I'm going to use these and create a little summer centerpiece that I think will really cute and kind of go along with all summer long. Really, I think it'll work, and I can change out some colors or whatnot. But my centerpiece, let me slide this over here. It's been, my camera, I think what it is I'm way up at an angle looking down, and so it's kind of giving you guys a funky view. But I wanted you to see from up high. Okay, so this was my lantern that I'm wanting to redo. And let me see if I can scoot. I don't know if I can scoot back. I might have to scoot my camera back a little bit. Hold your eyes. Hold your eyes. I don't want you to get sick. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to switch this out. I'm going to take off everything first and kind of give it a clean down, just to kind of dust things down. And I kind of do that with all my little centerpieces when I change them out for the season, just to kind of freshen them up, giving them, I don't clean this regularly. Not that it gets dirty, it just gets a little dusty. So I'm just going to take things apart, and you guys can kind of see. I did this on a live too, so if you wanted to see this, you could totally go back and see the replay of when I did this. But I keep it mostly the same. I just change out the seasonal pieces. Only this time I think we have a little bit more. The little bunny was still in there for spring. I am going to take out my little vintage tin cookie cutters, our little burlap sack, little can sack that we made for Easter. That was I think this may have been our first Easter project of the year this year. But I had that kind of tucked in there with a little battery operated light. We're going to take that out and get that ready to pack away with our spring. I had some little paper mache eggs still tucked in there. Nothing totally Eastery, but totally spring. And so we're switching it out for the summer. So I'm going to take our greenery out. Some of this we may reuse. So I'm just kind of stuffing it over to the side here. And then this will help me kind of wipe this down a little bit real quick. We have a little faux pantry cake there, pantry tart. I just have, let me show you what I have here actually. I just have some coffee stained cheesecloth draped across this little circular tray. I'll spit it out here in a second. My words are just tongue-tied today. I'm going to wipe this down. And that little moss does need to come off because these little candles are actually going to have little flames in them if we choose to light them. Now you could totally use little battery operated tea lights the same way. I don't know, but if you were there and saw their setup, I fell in love with the glow of those little oil lantern pieces. And I thought, I've got to have it. I've got to have it. You know, just we're doing things more at night in the summer because the weather is warmer. And so I just think it's such a sweet little touch. Instead of lighting a candle, light those little things. And they're relatively inexpensive. And you can buy like a huge pack of them on Amazon for relatively cheap. So that's what I'm choosing to go with. All right, I've got moss everywhere, you guys. Moss everywhere. Probably need to bring in my little handheld vacuum and kind of vacuum up the loose ends, but I'm just going to leave it for right now. Now, I do have, you guys might have to swipe your comments over so you can see it. Hey, Miss Jane. I know, Miss Francis, I'm not going to lie. I still have a few bunnies out, but I've been kind of grabbing here and there. It kind of helps my separation with them. I kind of just pull one every now and then, you know, and put it in a little stash. And then when I get everything pulled away, you know, pulled and put together, I'll just store it and put it up, you know. But I'm going to leave this green moss because I think this goes straight through the summer, the green moss. And I'm going to go ahead and take these little lids off of these little lanterns because I am going to light this and show you guys what it looks like. So I'm going to go with staggering these and then put the moss around them. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see them. Let me swipe. Okay, I'll swipe my comments over. I need to bring my camera down just a little bit. I think that's what the problem is. And then you guys hopefully will be able to see. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Oh, the things we do. I'll pick it up and tilt it at an angle so you can see it all put together here in just a minute. But that'll give you a little bit closer look. Hey, Miss, who's on here? Hey, Miss Jane. Hey, Miss Pam. Somebody just said they bought the name of the place that you bought the birch pieces from. It's called Nature's Lot, L-O-T. Okay. I cannot remember. I want to say they're based out of Ohio, but I could be wrong about that. Okay. I took the little top off of this little birchwood piece. Their setup was so serene, so beautiful, and it was one of my top favorites. Usually when I go to like exhibits like that, I always come away and say, okay, what were the places that sparked, my creativity? That's why I go. I go to get ideas. I go to be inspired, and the same reason why you guys come here, to get ideas, right? And that was one of my top favorites this year at the Vintage Market Days when we went in Cincinnati a couple weekends, or actually it's been about a month ago now. So I put this little, these are little oil lantern refills, put that in there, and I'm going to stagger this one right in the front, and then I'm going to tuck in all this little green moss around that. You could use dried potpourri. I mean, really, you could use whatever you had. You could, I don't know, all kinds of things, really. Sky's the limit. Whatever you have tucked in there. But I think this looks real woodsy. And when I think summer, when a lantern, I think camping, out in the outdoors, in the woods. Oh, my comment stopped scrolling. Let me go back down. Let's see who am I? Hey, Miss Annabelle, how are you? Diane, you love those little oil lamps. They are. They're so sweet. I've never seen anything like them before. And so that's kind of why I fell in love with them, honestly. So I think this will make just a cute little summertime centerpiece for my table. So I just have some greenery tucked in here. I don't know. This greenery is kind of sparkly a little bit. Not overly sparkly, but I don't think it fits. I'm going for a little bit of a rustic woodland feel for this little centerpiece. I'm going to take this greenery and wrap this back in. Over top, I'm going to leave this cheesecloth draped across each side. I like to leave it hanging over the edge. And then when I set this on my table, I pull these little tails out to the side, and it kind of gives a little table runner effect, if you know what I mean. All right, so I do have these little, I don't know, I think I'm going to take these off. Doesn't really fit the feel for this. So let's take this off. Plus, if we have those little flames there, I don't want to have any chance of anything getting in the flame from up above them. So let's take these off. That could be a fire hazard. Okay. Now, I've kind of nestled this in the back of this little tray. Let me lift it up. Thank you, Miss Diane, for sprinkling. Where can we find the oil lamps? Okay, they're on Amazon, Debbie, the little oil lamp refills. Now, you could totally take this same idea and cut your own. If you have birchwood logs, or you could use regular logs and use the same idea. These are the same size as a battery operated tea light, so you could use a battery operated tea light and get the same effect too. But they are on Amazon. I think they're called maybe search mini oil lamp refills. I think that might get you what you're looking for. Once you see them, I've looked on Amazon for them myself, because that was my number one question when I bought them. I was like, how can I find the refills for these? Once I use them, they're empty. What am I going to do? Because they're not refillable. Like, I do have some oil, I don't know what that little oil is called, paraffin oil, maybe, that I use in a little oil lamp, but you can't take these apart to refill them yourself. I suppose you probably could, but I probably wouldn't tamper with them. But you can find the refills on Amazon for really cheap. You can buy them in packs. All right, so now I just kind of need to dress up the front a little bit. And so what am I going to do here? I need another little wet wipe to kind of wipe things down that were in there. I want to go, I kind of do want to tie a little bit of woodland themes, woodland with a little bit of patriotic. I know that kind of seems like a weird combination, but let's see how it goes. I have some little they're not rusty, but they're vintage looking little patriotic little star pillows here. I grabbed these from a handmade seller. There's a shop in Georgia. They do, I think it's Dawsonville, Georgia, maybe. They have a page on Facebook here called Days Gone By Vintage Market, I think. They have live auctions on their page quite frequently throughout the week, but they feature handmade sellers and their items. Now these, I did not make these. I love these, but someone did hand make them. They've coffee stained them, grunged them up, and they still have that coffee vanilla smell to them. They kind of grunge them up in that way. But they have like the little rusty bells, the little rusty safety pins. And I think these might look cute kind of tucked in here. And of course, we don't have to leave those there. We can change those out or move them around. I don't know. We're just going to go with it and see what it looks like. I'm not sure I'm really digging it. Let me look from the front. I need to lift this up so you guys can see too. I'm going for the woodland theme, but I feel like I need a little bit of red, white, and blue in there. This way. No, I don't think they go. You guys. Let's pull them out. Let's just go with all florals. Let's go with all just natural greens. So I'm going to scoot this in the center. And I'm going to make sure that this greenery goes all the way around. We're going to keep it real simple. And sometimes simple is classier. Sometimes simple is better. And I think for this, I want my birch logs to be the focal point. So I think that's what we're going to go with. I'm not in Georgia, Diane. I am in Kentucky. I am in Kentucky. So where did, you know what? I forgot to grab my lighter. Hey, Gracie. She's going to love me. I'm calling for backup for her all day long. She's probably like, geez, Mom, get it together. Hey, Gray. I do have a little bit more greenery that we can pull in here. Gray! She's ignoring me now. I have a few more greenery sprigs. Let me tilt this down so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just going to kind of tuck these in. Gracie May! Can you grab the lighter for me, please? Okay, I'm pulling some greenery. Just some little sprigs to add a little bit more. Thank you, babe. And kind of sort of making like a greenery wreath around the base of this. And that kind of makes it feel more woodland. But I do want to make sure everything is away from potentially getting in contact with the flames there. Okay, this is gonna be pretty. This is gonna be pretty. So let me see, I'm missing some comments. Diana's in Georgia. Awesome. The little shop that I was talking about with these little pillows, these little handmade items, is in Dawsonville, Georgia. That's probably what you heard me say. But I'm going to probably use those for my dough bowl, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's light these little oil lanterns. And we might turn off the lights and let you guys see if we can see what they look like. They just have the softest, delicate little glow to them that I fell in love with. Like, it's softer than a candlelight. It's just enough to give you like that magical lantern in the forest look feel. I don't know. I know I'm probably cuckoo. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, I'm going to turn my light off over here. And let's see, I still have a couple windows in here, but it won't be completely dark. But I want to see if you guys can see the magical little glow of this lantern. Oh, can't reach the light over there. Okay. All right, I think this is simply done, but so pretty. Okay, is that not the cutest? All we've done is just a little greenery around the base and have this black lantern in the center with the birchwood logs and the moss. Very earthy and natural. Perfect. I think it'll carry us all summer long. And if we wanted to tuck a few other little items in there, we totally could. You totally could. Thank you, Miss Maddie. Aren't they so pretty? Oh, my breath. I just blew on them and about knocked the flame out. But they're just the softest little flame. They're not so heavy. You don't have to worry about them like getting totally out of control, as long as you keep things out of them. And that little one off, our next creator is 2 minutes away. Miss Kelly from Rowena May Inspired is coming up next. I think so too, Tony. I think this could totally, and you could totally see how you could change out your greenery, tuck in some fall leaves, or then of course come in with some pine cones and pine needles. I wouldn't have to do a whole lot of changing out, really, honestly, just add a few little things there. But so we got 2 projects done today. We reflipped the table centerpiece, and then of course we did a little Barnwood and Spindle project today with some scrap items that we have found. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this today. I will see you guys tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central for Craft Lab Live. I have no idea what we're doing tomorrow. I have no plans yet. I'm kind of scrambling and waiting till the last minute for an idea. So you guys will have to tune in and see what we do tomorrow at 1 o'clock on Craft on the Clock TV page for Craft Lab Live. But head over to Craft on the Clock group. My friend Kelly is coming up next. I don't want you guys to miss her. And we have crafting up until like 10:30 Central Time tonight scheduled. So you will hop on over to the Craft on the Clock group where you can catch it all day long. I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.